totally my fault. Oh my gosh. What a mess. Hey, how's it going? I'm BirdDogJon. Ugh. This is the problem with having two Twitch accounts. So I was streaming on the other one by accident, which I did not mean to do. So now I gotta go and do cleanup on all of these. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Don't worry. Hopefully you can join me. Sorry, I'm 30 minutes late. I will push it 30 minutes today to give us the full hour. So my bad. Gotta go over to my account. Had kind of a big mess up here. Delete this one, delete this one. All right. Yes, and it also appears that, there it is, okay. So now it appears that all of my restream is working. Looks like Twitch is working. Good golly, what a mess. What a mess. All right, here is BirdDogJon. Whoa. Come on. Okay. Facebook's online. Restream shows it going all three. So, all right, we're in good shape now. Sorry about that, everybody. Shows. Let's push this. Chat check on Restream. Hey, there it is. That's why I was very confused why there was very little activity on this channel. Morning, Bug. How are you? Good golly. I think I work in technology or something. Sort this out. But apparently not. So, because we're starting late, I will push it 30 minutes just to give us an hour to kind of walk through things. So we'll go to 12:30 Eastern time. Normally I try to be more punctual than this. You were online yesterday. So quickly on home office. I was online 2 days ago, right? Oh, nice. Pulling cables with Judson. Well, that's exciting. So I've got all sorts of. One of the reasons why I'm a little bit late here today is this giant mess of repairs and returns that I've been working through. We don't have a repair department in the US, and so we don't even have a distributor that does technical work. So everything that's broken or anything that's not working correctly comes to my office. So it can be quite a kerfuffle, to say the least. I also changed my microphone position again. I put it on a boom stand, one of those like extendable ones that's up here next to the camera now. So hopefully it is loud enough, but it's where I'm supposed to be looking, essentially. So hopefully it's better in terms of more consistency. Sounds good. I mean, I can listen to it here on my feed. It sounds good. Seems all right. So here's hoping. So what I was doing before I realized the screw up that I had was I have a P4K on my desk and I have a quad. I just did the update for the quad, and throw us over to the desktop here and take a look at that. So this is the quad user interface. Very familiar to if you're used to BirdDog products. There was a public release of the beta 165 like yesterday or maybe today. So I just updated that. I've got a P4K camera that's one SDI 3 or 6G out, and so it's going into the quad, and the quad is encoding that signal as well. So I've got both of those available now here on the network. So this is the actual camera itself, and then this is the stream from the quad. So good news there is that all seems to be functioning. This camera is totally ridiculous in terms of image quality. Here, let's do this. Check this thing out, man. It's unbelievable. The detail that this thing gets. It's just like such a sharp image. You can see how crooked my glasses are. Yeah, it is so stinking nice. So I'm a big fan of this camera. It's a pricey one, but if you can afford it, it's a full NDI camera, you know, and it's a nice one. So there you go. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have about that. Yeah, let me know what you got. Remember that if you're running 4K SDI, then you're going to need 12G or 6G, depending on what the output is, appropriate SDI cables as well. So I've got a that's not my 3G. I've got a 3G cable. That's just this thin little guy here. And this I use to test all P200s and everything. And then this one is a fair bit thicker. It also has this really nice bird dog green. You can't really see that with the Halloween decorations. Here, I'll do this. So this is like a nice little bird dog green cable. It's an SDI cable that I've got plugged into the quad. This is a 12G cable. I just got it on Amazon. It was like 15 bucks or something like that. So good little investment. If you're paying for an $8,000 camera and you want to use the SDI out, you probably want to spend 15 bucks on a good, decent cable. So take that for what it's worth. Somebody messaged me. P4K Dropbox. Don't know what that is. So yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions. Happy to go through tutorials with you. I can, you know, we can kind of go down any road that you want to. I really need to create a video about preferred network setups, because there's a lot of people still that are doing just static networks and they aren't working right. So it's important that we do that at some point. I would prefer it to come from the bosses, but they are crazy busy, so I'm not going to expect them to do that. So I might try and do that, but we'll see if we're able to get that cranked out here in the next week or so. Good. The live chat is also, or the live feed is also going on YouTube right now, which wasn't working last week for the second Halloween special. So for you Americans, am I having to do a Thanksgiving Day special then, or a Thanksgiving special? PNG, I gotta start looking for those files if I'm gonna do that, right? So here, I'll put this over here. Put this up. Whoops. Oh no. Oh no. Got the blue wheel of death. Alright, well, I'll just let that work, I guess. Blue wheel of death on my desktop. That's always good. Alright, this goes up here. There we go. Oh. Wait. Where did my decorations go? Did it just dump them all? I think it did. Oh. Hey, okay. Sorry about that, everybody. We had an issue with our BirdDog Mini yesterday. The encoding just stopped. We went to the web UI and it kept showing active and not active with no input signal. Okay, so that when it does that, whoops, it means that it is, what on earth? When it does that, it means that it's not getting a valid signal from the source. So if it, come on now. Should not be a process. All right, so yeah, when it does that, it just means it's not getting a valid signal from the source. So it could be cable, could be camera, could be HDMI port on the Mini, could be any of those ports really. But typically, if it says active, inactive, active, inactive, back and forth like that, means that it's no longer getting a valid broadcast signal from the device. That is a very common occurrence. Whoops. I have a similar issue when I use HDMI splitter, so it depends on the splitter, but try restarting video, it should go with signals. By the way, all my BirdDog Minis work, but one Mini has loose screws inside. I think it's a screw. Yeah, it is. So I have to open it and remove it because I won't be happy. It's actually a, it's one of the screws. It's actually pretty common. They just didn't put enough Loctite on or something, but it's one of the screws for the little clear LED light cover. So if you take the back off of the Mini and just shake the little screw out, you can re-screw it back into there and just tighten it down a fair bit and you'll be good. We almost emailed you about it. We did a reinstall the firmware and it worked after that. It randomly started doing this and then you reinstalled the firmware and it started working. I guess it could be like a corrupt baseboard or something. Interesting. Yeah, I guess, I mean... Yeah, I mean, they're technology devices, so they can get corrupt, I guess, but that's not as common. Thankfully, it's working again for you. We tried another camera, cables before we did that firmware. Okay, well, that is the correct method to check. And inform Judson too. So you had 363 on the Mini already, and then you just put 363 on it again? Whoops. There we go. Yeah, that's very strange. All right, well, that's good. I'm glad you were able to sort that out there, Bugs. Yeah, I don't know what that could have been, other than just, you know, like corrupt data on the board or something like that, like where the firmware just got corrupted somehow. But they don't normally just randomly stop working, so that is a little bit of a cause for concern, but not as long as it keeps working. If it's still working, then that's great, you know. Oops. Refresh. Any official date release? Nope. No official date release. You sure this? No. Try to think of when they were shooting for that. You know what? Let me look. I might have them. Flex. No. Oh, here. Yeah, there's no official date release yet. I'll have to ask, find out. I know it's sometime in Q4 last time. Yeah, I think that's still the plan. I think they're trying to do it. It's hard to say. I don't even know where they are in the manufacturing process yet. All the firmware is done for it, but there's something with the supply chain that's causing some issues. So it's really hard to say when it's not even really us. They're not waiting on us to do anything. We're trying to get manufacturing lined up and ready to roll. So hopefully sooner rather than later, but that could be any time in the next month, probably. Hopefully it's earlier than that, but I genuinely have no idea. Restream. Whew. Those COVID cases are spiking again, eh? Fairly significantly. We had it down to like single digits or low double digits, but yeah, it's like hundreds now. Yikes. Yeah, just my county alone. Spiking. It's crazy. Ah. Yeah, we're still waiting on the medical community to come out with some sort of news. Let's see what the vaccine updates are. Maybe time to reset expectations on when we'll get a COVID-19 vaccine. Moderna says it's preparing a global launch of COVID vaccine as it takes in 1.1 billion in deposits. The Cambridge, Massachusetts-based company said that its ongoing talks with the World Health Organization initiative on a tiered pricing proposal for the potential vaccine, which it's tentatively calling mRNA-1273, already has supply agreements in North America, the Middle East, and other regions of the world. What on earth is stuck to my foot? Gross. Moderna is the front runner for the COVID-19 vaccine race, said last week, completed enrollment of 30,000 participant late-stage trials. As of last week, more than 25,650 participants have received the second of the company's two-dose COVID-19 vaccine. Moderna said about 37% of the participants were from a diverse community and 42 are high risk. Just over 53% of the participants in the trial are male, 47 are female. According to the presentation, the company, the vast majority of participants are over the age of 25, only 5% in a lower group. Yada yada yada. Doesn't really say if they've had any success with the trial group though, so that's fun. Dear New York Times, nobody wants to sign up for your service, so please just stop. I'll just find my information elsewhere. Like this, for example. It's the same information. We've locked down Slovakia right now, and this weekend all citizens, 5.5 million, must go to COVID test. What? Or they can decide to not go, but you have to stay at least 10 days in quarantine. Wow. You know what? I mean, I've had a couple of COVID tests, but yeah, at this point, I would just stay home. I don't care. And stay home for a month. I really don't care. I'll have my groceries delivered and be done with it. Oh boy. All right, well. That's crazy. We're the first in Europe with this solution, but the tests are not so accurate, so it only shows where are outbreaks. Huh. Interesting. Oh, whoops. Ah. Facebook. I'm getting tired of you. Well, good luck. Let us know how it goes. We're going to need to do something because it's getting out of control again. Whoa. Yeah, Oakland County, where I live in Michigan, has just seen like hundreds of new cases in the past week. Every day, hundreds of new cases. At least 250, if not more. So the county has 1.25 million people in it. So when you put it up against how many people live in the county, that's a little bit different, but there's a lot of cases. They show your results in 30 minutes. Oh, nice. I haven't had one of those tests yet. I've only had the 3-day tests where you have to go home and wait it out. And I only had them done because my wife and kids had like the sniffles one time. So we all went in and had a test. And then the next time I had like migraines. And so my wife was like, that could be it. You got to go in and have a test because she's a teacher. So I was like, okay. So I went in, negative. So, I mean, this is my life. I don't leave these boxes. This is all I do. Sit here at this computer and answer ticket emails and open and repair boxes for Bird Dog repairs. Sometimes I drive to UPS and pick up more repairs. Well, time to head out. Got to get ready for the live broadcast here at the church with Zoom and Wirecast. We will see if the fix works today. Awesome. Well, you know where to reach me. Let me know how it goes, or come back on Tuesday and let me know how it goes. We can talk through it. Thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate that. Will do. I'll email you later today with the news. Cool. Let me know. I would appreciate that. My parents used, or my in-laws used to live in Brooklyn, New York. And they left a couple of months ago now. And they moved to Ohio. And now, New York is on like severe travel restrictions and lockdowns and stuff like that. And they got out when they could. How's it going, Sherman? How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the channel. What do you got going on? We're talking COVID right now, but we don't have to talk COVID. Everyone's talking COVID, so we can talk about something else. Let's check on the restream going on right here. Yeah, it looks good. I'm in Utah. Lots of big city folks have moved here to Park City and other places. Oh. Yes. There seems to be like an exodus out of... It's really interesting because we haven't had like a real pandemic. Like we had MERS and we had SARS, but it wasn't on this like scale. And I wonder if it's like really forcing people to rethink how condensed we live, like in general. Like there are places obviously that don't, everybody's spread out for miles, but like New York City, it's unbelievably packed, and the only place to build is up, and so people are living on top of, you know, on top of each other basically, and one apartment on top of the next, and so, and it's insanely expensive, which now it proves, now that it turns out it's kind of like not great for your health because you're a high risk. So when something like this happens, so helping hosts uplink for political news broadcasts with, oh nice, well that's fun, that's exciting news. What is the... No. What's the service? Caster, I think it's called? C-A-S-T-R. What is the... Normally avoid the new cycle, but it's paying the bills for now. What is the pricing for Caster? $10. What's Restream's pricing? Pricing plans. $13. Ah, I see what you did there, Caster. What is this? One Facebook group. For individuals. What about for... Oh, it's $100 a year. Oh, for companies here. $110 a month. 15 encoder inputs, no Caster branding, 15 pages. Why would you need to stream to 15 different YouTube or Facebook pages? 24/7 support, scheduler, pre-recorded live, unlimited cloud recording, infinite loop. What is that? Stream and replay your videos in infinite loops. There are plenty of stream events too. We are a group of few people, and in previous years we had 2 live streams per month. Now 7 per week, and that's only our hobby. For us outside our full-time jobs, that's crazy how it changed in just a few months. Well, yeah. I mean, I've been having so many conversations with like houses of worship and stuff like that about how they choose to stream, because sometimes they do, you know, they do like streaming so that people who are stuck at home can participate, like can see what's going on. But then I've heard of other congregations that are using Zoom and inviting everybody into the Zoom meeting, and then they have people over Zoom participate and that sort of thing. And so that's like a very interesting way to do community, depending on whatever it is that you're doing, not just churches, but whatever it is that you're doing, and streaming the Zoom meetings to their Facebook and, you know, YouTube pages and whatever. So it's very interesting. Ugh, I know there are more questions lining up here. Oh, that's what I was going to do. So I have a ticket in about the quad on Interlaced. So they're streaming. It doesn't say what he's streaming. So let's go into studio. Well, go into the BirdDog here. P4K. Output. Nope. OSD. Let's turn this on. Go to system. Oh, I can show you guys this while I do this. So here is the. This looks like it's the actual camera. And then we're going to go up to. Whoa. Ah. I guess. All right, give that a minute. And let's go to stream 1. Yeah, I appreciate that. Welcome. Good evening, wherever you are. Come on, come back, camera. Oh, and I might have to redo the quad now that I think of it. AV. We'll set this to this as well. There we go. There it is. Yep, that's a 1080 image. That's for sure. Alright, so let's look at the quad stream. It's not quite up yet. The wrong date, you're right. And that is because I never started my little timer thing here. There you go. Thanks. Do. Wait, that's so funny. When you look at a 4K image, then you downgrade it to 1080, especially 1080i. Wah, wah. Okay, this thing does show. Oh. Gotta reboot. That's weird. Yeah, I really messed up the launch of today's stream, so sorry about that, everybody. What? no idea. Nothing here. Was it? It was necessary to reset power cycle. There are reset video buttons for this case. Am I wrong? It's not that actually. It acquired the wrong IP address. Appears that my network didn't supply it with the correct IP, so it's got it now. There it is. Okay, so it would appear cancel this. PTZ, get out of this menu. Possible that it's because this isn't an interlaced monitor that I'm seeing this little jitter, but when I switch it to this one, it's quiet. It's very interesting, and I suspect the further away, the further, well, maybe it's, is it just the, no. Maybe it's just not mounted correctly here. Whoops. That's nice and quiet, so. This makes this scary stream special for Halloween? Yes. This is the third Halloween special we've done because last week on Tuesday, I received some ridicule that I had not decorated for the season. And so instead, I decided to take 15 minutes, put some stuff up on the stream so that people would appreciate or would join us for a Halloween special, which is what we did. Anyway, so now apparently I'm into decorating for holidays on my Twitch stream, which is fine, changes it up a little bit. So now I've got American Thanksgiving is coming up here in the US in next month, in about 3 weeks. Oh gosh, that's gonna sneak up on me. So I am probably gonna do something similar for a couple of weeks working up to Thanksgiving. And then of course the Christmas season is upon us right after that, so we'll do probably a whole month of Christmas. Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, try and keep it festive, you know? Try and give the people what they want. I don't know if this is necessarily what the people want, but what's scarier is it's a support stream, and so the fact that we run a Halloween support stream is a little funny, but oh hey, if you haven't done so already, feel free to follow this Bird Dog Twitch channel. Then you get, depending on how you have your Twitch notifications set up, you'll get an email or a push notification or something like that. And that helps us out because it continually pushes the ball down the road with Twitch because we're constantly trying to legitimize what it is that we're doing here. So, which is just providing a spot that somebody alive is talking and available for technical questions at BirdDog. So things are ramping up here because we're about to get into the AV industry with wall plate and SDM. And so when we get going, this is, oh gosh. So when we launch those two products, I think near the end of the year, we're going to have a lot of AV installers not knowing what they're doing with NDI. So we need to have our guys kind of 24 hours available. So we're following the sun, and we're only going to miss, I think, 1 hour, which at 8 o'clock. Is it 8 o'clock? No, it's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. From 5 to 6 is when there is nobody sitting at the help desk. But other than that, we'll have somebody in Australia, in the US, and in Europe. So how come that the VS price are 20% the VS? The US, you mean? That I don't know. I don't know why they would be 20% cheaper than Europe. What's the dollar strength at right now? US dollar to euro. So $1 equals less than $1 euro, so that's probably where they're making it up for. It's actually like 15 cents. Let me think here. It's more expensive. It's more expensive in Europe. So if we were to ship a product in US value, it would become worth less, not worth less, worth. It would be the dollar for dollar. If I take an American dollar over to Europe, you're only going to give me 86 cents. And so if I take a $2,000 camera over to Europe or $3,000 camera over to Europe, then technically it would only be priced at whatever. I don't know, what is that? $2,600 or something like that. 15%. Yeah, US is cheaper than the EU. It's more expensive. So yeah. If it's more everything is more expensive in Europe, then our products, they probably just check what the market value is, over the past several years, how the dollar's been doing. And it looks like, if we look over the last 5-year trends, your dollar has not fluctuated more than 10 cents since no, it's fluctuated 15 cents in the past 5 years. So 15 cents, but that's down. So it's been close to a US dollar back in 2016, and then again in March of this year, actually. But $2.99 on your website, but the reseller in the Netherlands asked $4.71. That's something you'll have to take up with sales, I think. I don't know how things are priced, or I try and fix things when they're broken, but I don't sell anything directly, if you will. I think I do make sales because of the support that we have, but there's not really a good way to track that right now. Isn't the software just on the website, though? Can't you just buy it off the website? I'm pretty sure it's all on the website, right? Like if it's cheaper for you to exchange your money into US dollars and then pay 300 US dollars, why wouldn't you just do that? Unless you have to pay some huge exchange rate or something like that. Oh, Central. So these two products, Comms and Central, I guess, are not on the website. Let me see where the Buy It Now button is. Yeah, I mean, buy it where it's cheapest. If they're price gouging you over there, then talk to one of our retailers and it's just a license code, you know, and the download is on the website, so. That's interesting. I don't know why we don't do that. Should look into that. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Feel free to reach out. Let me know that you're here. See, there's a couple people over on YouTube, and there's a couple guys on Facebook, and a handful of you here on Twitch. So thanks for hanging out. Appreciate that. Let me know which questions you have. I am watching those locations, so if you have questions, hit me up in the chat, and I'll be able to help you out there. I'm going to go till 12:30 Eastern time today, which is another 4 or 5 minutes, because I started late. So I want to be sure that we give you an hour and spend some time answering questions and that sort of thing. With hardware, it's not possible. Are you purchasing through Digibox or through our distributor, or who are you purchasing with, like a retailer? Because you can just talk to sales at Digibox. You don't have to go through a retailer, especially in Europe. Same situation in Slovakia. I bought one BirdDog Mini 6 last time. 100 without tax. We went through a retailer. Yeah, they all have their own markup price, right? So take that for what it's worth. Streaming Valley. I don't know this name, but then again, I don't deal directly with our retailers, so. Streaming Valley. Here they are. Streaming Valley Online Video Solutions. BirdDog. Oh, they still have headsets. Oh, that's good to know. Why would I say that? Okay. who's the supplier? You name them. It's Digibox right now. That'll be interesting with the Brexit. Yeah, is that even happening? The world's kind of done watching that because it took whatever it was that you guys were doing over there, or they were doing over there. If there's anything we know is that the world stage is only interested in the flash in the pan. They're not interested in long, drawn-out processes. And if that's the case, then they're going to lose their interest pretty quick. It's happening this January. We will see. Wasn't it supposed to happen last year? And like the year before that? Cool. Well, I like that feature. Man, I haven't looked at this very... Okay, cool. Yeah. But politicians, so they can take another year. Yeah. First it was the tariffs from Trump, and now it's the Brexit. And now we're getting into the AV market, which is not everyone's cup of tea either, so... There are lots of things to consider and watch for. Pricing is kind of always in flux because it's an Australian company. They are selling globally and they're trying to provide support globally, but they're, mostly based out of Melbourne, Australia. Excuse me. Oh, all right. Well, and it's 12:30. So, thanks for stopping by. Sorry about the late show. Hope you have a great end of the week and end of the month, because the next time you see me, it will be November, which is insane. But, yeah, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me for a little bit. We will be back on Tuesday. I hope on time this time. And we'll be talking more NDI stuff. It will not be Halloween themed. It will be just a regular old stream. And we'll look forward to another week working through stuff. So I'm going to get after some tickets. I got one more RMA that I want to open up and take a look at, see what's going on. So yeah, it'll be good stuff. And looking forward to it. So I hope you're well. Have a great end of the week. Have a great Halloween. And be safe out there. Don't, not yet. We got Thanksgiving. American Thanksgiving is next, then Christmas. So that'll be soon. So yeah, we'll check it out. We'll see you guys soon. Take care of yourselves, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.